This video is going to show you a few different ways that you can make sure you can see your students when you're in a Google Meet. So a few of the ways that I'm not going to show you here, but I can tell you and explain to you are you can always join your Google Meet from a second device. So if you have maybe like a laptop and a Chromebook or even a laptop and a laptop, you can join from both devices, and that might help you sort of manage your participants. You can utilize one device as sort of your presenting device, what you're going to show students, and the other device is where you're going to be like looking at students and looking at your audience. You can also utilize your projector as a second screen, and Erin Fisher from Bridgewater Schools East Bridgewater Schools has a great video on that as well. A couple of things that I want to point out that can help you, especially if you're just on one device, is setting up sort of in like a split screen kind of way. So I know I don't have what's representative of maybe a full class of students in this Google Meet, and it's all the same. I just joined a bunch of times from the same student account. But just to give you a gist, if I have a Google Meet and I know I'm going to be sharing these slides with students, for example, I can either manually sort of set up split screen for myself, so I can kind of click and drag this tab off of the other tab, and I can minimize and I can adjust, and or not minimize, but restore down and adjust as needed. I can also get the Chrome extension called Dualist, and that will sort of just magically set it up for me. So this is nice. I can see my students here and I can see what I'm about to present over here. So one thing that people have been saying is, well, when they hit present now, there's this like giant box that appears in their Google Meet, and it sort of blocks out a lot of their students. So when I go to present now, and I'm going to present this Chrome tab to kids, I added to Chrome the fixed Google Meet Grid View extension. And what I noticed is that instead of getting that giant rectangle box saying you are presenting your screen right now, it just shows up as a bar at the very top. I'm just going to make that big so you can see. So I can still see all of my participants pretty big in here. So that is something you might want to check out. Again, it's the new Google Meet Grid View, or the Google Meet Grid View Fix. It's not giving me that giant "you are sharing your screen." And I can even present this tab so that the students can see the slides nice and big. So that's one recommendation I have for being able to see more students. Another thing you're going to want to be sure to take a look at, and I'm just going to go back over to my main Meet for a second, are the new layout features. So if you click your three vertical dots in the bottom right hand corner, more options, you're going to want to go to change layout, and it will remember kind of like your preferred layout. So mine is tiled, but you will have to, for each meeting, slide this number and adjust it to however many students that you have. So I think like the default is sort of set at 16. Most people's classes are bigger than that they're meeting with on Google Meet. So you might need to slide it to 30 to make sure you can see all 30 in your tile view layout. So again, that's just an overview of some different ways that you can be sure to see your students when you're in a Google Meet. You can join from a second device. You can use your projector as a second screen. You can check out the new fixed Google Meet Grid View extension. Remember, the funny thing about extensions is they work one day and don't work the other. So just something you might want to check out, because again, you won't get that huge box that says you are presenting now. It'll just show you that bar at the top. And then getting the Dualist Chrome extension so that you can go split screen and you can see sort of your content or what you're presenting on one side of your screen and your students on the other. And then finally, going to more options, going to change layout and adjusting your layout as needed based on the number of students that you have. So all little tricks, little ways where you can be sure to see every single one of your students when you're in a Google Meet with them. If you ever feel like one student is taking up the whole screen and for some reason you can't see any others, just make sure you have not accidentally pinned that student. So you just want to make sure that that little thumbtack looking pin icon is clear. They have not been pinned to your screen, because I have seen that before happen before too.